make payment. Yes. No, different number. Oh, yes, it is. Why? We're starting to page 31. Defendant claim and order to go to small claim court. 31, page 31, SC 120 form. Notice to the person being sued. You are being sued by the person you are suing. You must go to the court on the trial date listed below. If you do not go to court, you may lose the case. If you lose, the court can order that your wage, money, or property be taken to pay this claim. Bring witness, receipt, and any evidence you need to prove your case. Read this form and all pages attached. You understand the claim against you and to protect your right. In the bottom, aviso el demandado is Spanish, the past. Second line, as order to go to the court, the box, the people in 1 and 2 must go to court. Then 1 is the go, if you go to the court make the stamp. Trial date, time, department, name and address of court of if different from the above. The court make a stamp. Instruction for the person suing. Before you fill out this form, read the form SC 100 in full. Information for the plaintiff to know your right. Get SC 100 info at any courthouse or country law library. It's a county law library, or go to www.courtinfo.ca.gov/forms. Second, fill out page 2 and 3 of this form, then make copies of all pages of this form. Make 1 copy for each party named in this case, and an extra copy for yourself. Take or email mail that the original and these copies to the court clerk's office and pay the filing fee. The clerk will write the date of your trial in the box above. You must have a thumb on at least 18, not you or anyone else. Listed in this case. Give each plaintiff or court stamped copy of all 3 pages of this form and any page in this form tells you to attach. These are special rules for service or delivering this form to public entities, associations, and some business. CI form SC-104-SC-104B and SC-104C. You check it out and go to court on your trial date listed above. Bring witness, receipt, and any evidence you need to prove your case. 2. 1. The plaintiffs, a person, business, or public entity that sued first is. This is plaintiff's name, plaintiff's phone, and street address, street, city, state, zip, mailing address. In case of the same thing, you don't need just to pass. If more than one plaintiffs, list the next plaintiffs here, name, street address, mailing address, same thing. Check here if more than 2 plaintiffs and attach for SC 128. Check here if any plaintiffs is on active military duties and write his or her name here. If the other plaintiffs military, in case mark here, and the name put right here, right side. 2. The defendant, the person, business, or public entity suing now is name, phone, street address, mailing address. If more than one defendant, it's the next defendant here. Name, street address, mailing address, and sending. Check here if more than 2 defendants and attach form SC 128. Check here if either defendant listed above is doing business under a fictitious name. If so, attach form SC 103. Number 3. The defendant claims the plaintiffs owes some amount. This is the plaintiffs, how much I should receive, and the amount. Why does the plaintiff owe the defendant's money? For example, I work for him, or he borrowed the money or something. Short period. B. When did this happen? Happen date. If no specific date, give the time period. Date starting and through so and so date. How did you calculate the money owed to you? Do not include court costs or fee for service. Just units receiving the money only. Do not court cost, filing fee, special fee, something, do not include it. Check here if you need more space. Attach 1 sheet of paper of form MC 31 and write SC 120, item 3 at the tops. Next page, page 33. Number 4, you may ask the plaintiffs in person, in writing, or by phone to pay you before you sue. Have you done this? Yes or no? Number 5, is your claim about an attorney-client fee dispute? Yes or no? For example, if you pay to the attorney fee, but the attorney is not working, even work, I'm not satisfied. In case marked here. Yes. If yes, and if you have had arbitration, fill out Form SC101, attach it to this form, and check here. Arbitration meaning for the, if you request for the arbitration just within 1 month. Within 1 month is just one time to the trial, a short period. But arbitrator is the former judge or attorney. They can make arbitrator, they can make a decision one time. That's short period. Very useful. Number 6, are you seeing a public entity? Public entity meaning for the city or police or education or any other government side. If you seeing a public entity, yes or no. If you yes, you must file a written claim with the public entity. First, a claim was filed on date, meaning for if you file for the city or any public entity, I'm so and so that you should do, that's the wrong. I hope you should pay or you should any service or something, but within a month, he say, I'm so sorry, I will pay to some so and so in case it's finished. But within a month, City Hall is sent to the letter. No, I'm sorry, we cannot have any evidence. We cannot have any your claim in case they deny. Even deny, you can go appeal. No, just they send the letter, including this paper, to the court. That's just court to say new date. In case go to the court date, they can do. That's a different attorney problem, attorney client fee problem, or public entity in case, different story. 7, have you filed more than 12 other small claims within the last 12 months in California? Yes. If yes, the filing fee for this case will be higher. Normally, filing fee is $50, but over 12 times, at that time is the filing fee is $100. That's more. Number 8, I understand that by filing a claim in small claim court, I have no right to appeal this claim. Number 9, if I do not have enough money to pay for filing fee or service, I can ask the court to waive this form. We request for the waive the court form, court fee. Court is true. Okay, you not pay court fee. Number 9, if I do not, number 10, I have not filed and understand that I cannot file more than 2 small claim cases for more than $2,500 in California during this calendar year. I declare under penalty of perjury, under California state law, that the information above and on any attachment to this form is true and correct. Date. Defendant types or prints name here. Defendant sign here. Date. Second defendant types or prints name here. Second defendant. Request for accommodation. Assist listening system, computer assisted, real-time captionizing, or sign language interpreter service are available if you ask at least 5 days before the trial. Contact the clerk's office or go to www.courtinfo.ca.gov/forms for requests for accommodations by a person with disability and restraints. And then, if you need more help, your county small claim advisor can help you free. This is a small claim form. Next one, next page 34. SC 128, other plaintiffs or defendant. This form is attached to Form SC 120, item 1 or 2. This one is the plaintiffs or defendant. Number 1, if more than 2 plaintiffs, person, business, or public entity being sued, list their information below. Other plaintiff's name. If we are more than 1 person, other plaintiff's name, address, street address, city, state, something, and the mailing address. If different, if the same thing passed, other plaintiff's name, second name, street address, same thing. Check here if more than 4 plaintiffs and fill out and attach another form SC 128. Meaning 128 meaning one empty paper. Just write down its name and address or everything. But just the title you write down SC 128. That's all. Number 2, if more than 2 defendants, person, business, or public entity suing, list their information below. Other defendant's name, street address, city mailing address, same thing, everything is same. And the bottom, check here if more than 4 defendants and fill out and attach same one, SC 128. 3, I understand that by filing a claim in small claim court, I have no right to appeal this form. Should remember, if this case lose, I have no right to appeal this form. This is the last. We don't have any right to appeal. Number 4, I have not filed and understand that I cannot file more than 2 small claims case for more than $2,500 in California during this calendar year. If you file $2,500 more case, 2 more case, that's a different filing fee. I declare under penalty of perjury under California law, state law, that the information above and on any attachment to this form is true and correct. You should remember this one. This is an oath. At any legal form, at any government form, the bottom put right here, this one. For example, any document to the immigration, any document to the city hall or government, at any government, in case the bottom just your name and sign. No, that's not in legal form. That's the in case I declare under penalty of perjury that California state law that the information about and on any attachment to this form is true and correct. Date, type or print your name and sign your name. If you have a 2 person, one more line. If you are just one person sign on the paper. This is the important. Any signature, legal form or government form, immigration form, last sign, I put here, I declare the penalty of perjury under California state law. But if you file it for the immigration, California state law, no, that under United States, that the government information about and any attachment to this form is true and correct. Should change it. Page 35, SSC 103, fictitious business name. This form is attached to Form SSC 100, Form SSC 120, Form SSC 500. Form SSC 100 is summon, and the SSC 120 is the answer. For SSC 500 is different story. 1. If you want to file a small claim and you are doing business under a fictitious name, doing business as or DBA. DBA is the doing business as. Give the following information: non-profit and exempt real estate investment trust do not have to file this form. Business name of the person suing. Business address, if not a U.S. Postal P.O. Box. P.O. Box not attaching mailing address. 2. The business list in does the business as an individual, a corporation, or association. Limited liability. Limited liability we should put right here is LLM or LLC. Limited liability company. Partnership, other. If we follow the laws for fictitious business name, if you have not followed, have law, including filing a fictitious business name statement in your county and publishing this information in a local newspaper, the court can dismiss your case. 3. Name of county where you filed your fictitious business name statement. 4. Your fictitious business name statement number. 5. Date to your fictitious business name statement expires. 6. Same thing. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that the information is always true and correct. And one more line, they say, only the owner, president, chief executive officer, CEO, and other qualified officer can sign this form. Normally, owner, meaning person, the sign here, date, and type will print your name and title. The same. Next page, proof of service. If you file for any summon or answer, next time you should file for the proof of service to the court. If you filing for the summon, deliver it to the other person, and then after that, proof of service you should file. If not proof of service file, that's the not processing any court action. Always should file, after file summon, after that you should file proof of service. Don't forget. Use this form, a person, a business, or public entity to learn more about proof of service. B. What is proof of service? Form SSC 104B. To learn more about how to serve a business or entity. Read how to serve a business or public entity, Form SSC 104C. To serve a business, you must serve one of the following people. Owner for a sole proprietorship, partner for a partnership or general partner for a limited partnership, any officer or general manager, corporation or association. In case owner or general manager meaning president, the same thing. Any person authorized for service by the business, corporation, association, general partnership, limited partnership. Any person authorized for service with the Secretary of State, corporation, association, limited liability company, LLC, limited liability partnership, LLP, limited partnership. Normally, 10 years ago, any company, 90% is just a corporation, but in this day, over 60% they using for the LLC, limited liability company. To serve a public entity, you must first file a claim with that entity, then serve one of the following people. club of a city or county, chief officer or director of a public agency, any person authorized for service by the entity. If you are serving a person, write the person's name is here. Who you are delivering. B, if you are serving business or entity, write the name of the business or entity, the person authorized for service, and the person's job title. Job title meaning for owner, president, or secretary, or any other job. Instruction number 2, instruction to server. You must be at least 18 years old and not be named in this case. Follow these steps. At any, if you want plaintiffs, if you want filing against any other person, you over 18 years of age. Over 18 years. Also, if you want filing against somebody, you want against somebody for the lawsuit in case the other party is also 18 years of older the age. 18, that's important. Give a copy of all the documents checked in 3 to the person in 1, or give a copy of all the documents checked in 3, any person who you deliver it to the person, the 3, one of the following people. Competent. Give a copy of all the documents checked in 3 to one of the following people. A competent adult at least 18 years old, living with and at the home of the person in number 1, or an adult at least 18 who seems to be in charge with the unusual workplace of the people in 1. C, an adult at least 18 who seems to be in charge where the person in usually receive mail but not a U.S. Post Office box. If there is no known physical address for the person in 1, and mail a copy of the document left with the one of the adults in A, B, or C above to the person in 1, then complete and sign this form and give or mail your complete form to the person who asked you the service. These court papers in time 4, 3. I serve the person in 1 copy of the document checked below. A SC 100 plaintiff's claim and order to go to small claim court. SC 100 is the summon. B. SC 120, defendant claim and order goes to small claim court. SC 120 meaning defendant answer. C. Order for examination. This form must be personally served. Check the form that was served. Note, the court can issue a civil arrest warrant if the served party does not come to the court, only if the order for examination was personally served by a registered process server, sheriff, marshal, or someone appointed by the court. Number 1, SC 134, application and order to produce statement of asset and to appeal for examination. 2, Act 138, EJ 125, application and order for appearance and examination. The other. Next page 37. Page 37. 4. Fill out A or B below. A. Personal service. I personally gave copies of the document checked in 3 to the person in 1 on date, time, AM, PM, at this address, city, state, zip. B. Substitute the service. I personally gave copy of the document checked if 3, A, B, or D, 2, check 1. Another who seems to be in charge with B. Substitute service. I personally gave a copy of the document checked in 3. A competent adult meaning over 18 years old, at the home of and living with the person in 1. An adult who seems to be in charge where the person in usually works. 3. An adult who seems to be in charge where the person in usually received mail or has a private post office box, not a U.S. post office box. If there is no known physical address for the person in 1, I told that other, please give these court papers to somebody meaning plaintiffs or the other party, defendant or something. I did this on date, time, AM, PM, at this address, city, state, zip code, name of description of the person I gave the papers to. After serving the court papers, I put copies of the document list in 3 in an envelope, sealed the envelope, and put first class prepaid postage on it. I addressed the envelope to the person at the address where I left the copies. I mailed to the envelope on date by leaving it A. At a U.S. Postal Service mail drop. B. At an office on business mail drop where I know the mail is picked up every day and the deposit with the U.S. Postal Service. Or C. With someone else, I asked to mail the document to the people is one, and I have attached that person's complete form SC 104A. Service information. Service meaning for the delivery person who delivered this document. Not plaintiffs, not defendant, just the other person, sheriff or marshal, or any other person over 18 years old. Any other person can be server. We should pay normally $100 this person. He can deliver name, phone, address, city, fee for service, how much he received it, how much we paid it. If we are registered process server, count of registration number, doesn't matter. If they don't have any register, doesn't matter, just over 18 years old is okay. Number 6, that's important. I declare under penalty of perjury under California state that I am at least 18 years old and not named in this case. Not named in this case meaning not defendant, not plaintiffs. And that the information above is true and correct. Date, printer's name, and service assigned. That's the important proof of service. Next week, we are last day.
Last day next week?
Yeah,
Last week of our class?
yeah,
Before the graduation?
not before the graduation, just a quarterly vacation.
Oh, okay. How many weeks for vacation, sir?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the information, sir.
Okay. Don't forget, don't miss next week.